Hello everyone, this is Lucky and today I'm bringing a commentary on my first battle with Drazu in the Great Thawing. Now my pet is at 1900 HP, his pet is at 2500, so it's a little bit of an uphill battle, but let's get on with it. So I start off with Fan of Swords and Ice Staff. I think this is a decent combo to put up, especially because one of the Dark Fairy is pretty common nowadays. I pair it with Icicle and Alex goes with Attack P and his own Fan of Swords. Looking at the damage, I wasn't falling too far behind, but because he used positive thinking, that pushes his HP a little bit higher. And more importantly, I'm at a certain range where he can attempt a knockout. So I actually need to block a potential reflect and also be concerned about a possible freeze from the TDK. Cool thing about the TDK is that it offers additional offense while having a chance to freeze. So I need to use Steer because in the event that I do get frozen, I need to be able to live one more attack. And I also use AP to chip away at his HP. And he does go for that attempt using TDK and KBT. Fortunately, he doesn't get freeze, which means I'm able to attempt my own KO. So I'm using TDK, AP, and Reflect. My only concern here is if he does use two shields, that's gonna nullify a lot of my offense and make my Reflect useless basically, which he doesn't do, but my TDK doesn't freeze unfortunately. But it's not a wasted attempt because at this point he needs to heal or dump his full blocker. Of course, I don't know if I was able to successfully block Reflect, so I need to be more defensive here because I don't want him to use TDK and then Reflect, freezing me and then eventually knocking me out. So I decided to use Drain Life, which might not have been the best move, but I also use HNMS. Alright, so Drazu heals and uses one of the Dark Fairy. I do get to freeze this turn, so I'm able to go all out offensive in the next turn using Attack P, Fan of Swords, and Icicle. But some of you may think I should have used Ice Staff, but it's a little bit inconsequential whether or not I used HNMS and Ice Staff because whether or not I'm at 700 health or 1000, he can still go for a potential knockout attempt in the next turn. It's similar to my situation in turn 2. So at this point, I'm actually forced to heal. Because if he uses TDK the next turn, then I'm gonna get knocked out. So I decide to use Burrow just to hopefully catch some of his icons. I use Attack P for more offense and I go with Jade. Alright, so he does use AP and TDK. And TDK does freeze. But fortunately for me, Burrow catches all the earth. That would have been a very different scenario had he frozen and I didn't catch those earth icons. Now he can go for his attack and Instead of using Icicle, he actually uses Drain Life, which is a really good move on his part, pairing it with Attack P and one of the Dark Fairy. So he pushes his HP to 1100, and I'm staring at a 500 HP deficit. That's gonna make it really difficult for me to even get a draw. And take note, he has yet to use his full blocker at this point. So I decide to use Attack P and Ice Staff. And fortunately for me, he actually uses one of the Dark Fairy and FOS. So right here, my Ice Staff snuffs out all the dark, and I'm able to chip away at that HP lead. But that being said, I'm still in a very vulnerable position because I'm only at 264 health. I know Attack P is gonna come. He knows that he can't use one of the Dark Fairy anymore, but I still need to put up as much defense as I can. So I just use HNMS and Shade, hoping that I catch as many icons as I can. And I also use Attack P for some offense. Now that really doesn't matter because I know that he's gonna use Thick Smoke Bomb. Which he does here, and I surprisingly live with 8 health. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Shade came in the clutch here, blocking water and earth icons. Now if any one of those didn't happen, I would have lost. And because of Shade, I'm now able to go for a draw attempt. And basically that's it for this video. Shout out to Drazu. This was a really incredible fight. I really enjoyed it, and thank you guys for watching. Once again, this is Lucky, and I hope to see you guys next time.